Hello, good afternoon. Today is Sunday, and we wanted to experience this gift of be able to have a sort of rest, not only physically but um, as a whole, meaning our mental health, our physical health, our emotional health, and of course our spiritual health. And today, I just have this devotion. Um, I've been reading this book paulit-ulit just to refresh my mind and heart of some important truths that I kind of forget when things get so busy, especially when you are working. And and yeah, we tend to forget some important truths about life. And today, let me share with you just a part of this book on page 73 entitled An Act of Kindness. Love cures people, both the ones who give it and the ones who receive it. Do you agree with that? That love cures people, that both the ones who give it and the ones who receive it. Let me read to you a story. I was being interviewed by a senior manager for a major insurance company. I told him honestly that the principal reason that I was interviewing with them was my need to keep my family in Boston. My wife of 26 years had recently died of a heart attack. A job in Boston would help me reduce some of the extreme trauma and pain of the loss for my 16-year-old daughter. It was important to me to keep her in her present high school. I could still barely talk about the loss of my wife. Bruce, the interviewer, was politely empathetic, but he didn't probe any further. He acknowledged my loss and, with great respect, moved on to another subject. After the next round of interviews, Bruce took me to lunch with another manager. Then he asked me to take a walk with him. He told me that he too had lost his wife. And like me, he had also been married 20 years and had 3 children. In his sharing, I realized that he had experienced the same pain as I had, a pain that was almost impossible to explain to someone who had not lost a loved one. He offered his business card and home phone number and suggested that should I need help or just want someone to talk to, I should feel free to give him a call. Whether I got a job or not, he wanted me to know that he was there if I ever needed help. From that one act of kindness, when he had no idea if we would ever see each other again, we helped our family deal with one of life's greatest losses. He turned the normally cold business interview process into an act of caring and support for another person in a time of extreme need. I remember this one experience when I watched a certain television show wherein this performer shared about her pain about life, which led her to join this certain competition. It was a singing competition, and the judges um, moved towards her after this performer shared about her pain and hugged her. They said, "Forget about this competition." It's something like these judges conveyed an act of humanity, which led them to um, remind this performer that, hey, we are also human and we acknowledge your pain, and we wanted to let you feel that we are also here, um, feeling how painful it was for you, and just congratulating you, that even if you will not win this competition, we wanted you to say that we thank you because you have surpassed this pain by moving on and trying other things to help yourself, um, move from it, surviving it. It's a difficult situation, just like what I had read about, and it takes someone to express their attitude of kindness, even if you don't know a certain person. It's difficult to just stop a certain process, a certain experience, especially when you are interviewing someone. It's like you are, in an, what do you call this? An interview is a job interview is someone that you need to focus on for an interviewer, but then setting aside that part of it, of you, and you acknowledge the pain of the interviewee, and you let them feel that, hey, I am here. If you need someone, I can extend a helping hand, some sort of, if you need someone to talk to, here's my phone number. Isn't it that amazing that someone, that even if you don't know him or her, you can pause that part of you and share that humanity in you with someone that you really don't know. I am really amazed with that kind of kindness. I remember one story when one afternoon after my class from my master's, and then there are no space already on the bus, and I'm on at the back part of the bus, standing with all my backpacks and my books and those pasalubong that I have for my friends and family. And then someone, um who is already old offered his seat for me. My God, offered his privileged senior citizen seat for me. Maybe because maybe because I'm a woman, and being him a man, offering his senior citizen privilege seat for me, or maybe because I'm I'm already tired and that fatigue already displaying on my face, or maybe because I've been praying, that, Lord, please, I'm bleeding, and I have that monthly period, and I'm experiencing some sort of dysmenorrhea, and I'm praying that, Lord, please give me a seat. I cannot contain this pain anymore. Like 2 hours before I get down from this bus, and so yeah, it kind of merciful God heard my prayer, that, and this senior citizen gave his um privilege seat for me. I don't want to take it because he's already senior citizen, but because I'm already in pain because of this dysmenorrhea, and my bleeding is so heavy, so I took it. But I've been like gazing on him, like saying, thank you, tatay. But just a sort of, saying thank you for his act of kindness. Um, I paid his, his ticket, okay, and along with him is two companion. that I also paid their two tickets, I could like pay even more because of that act of kindness, giving his privileged seat for me. And I cannot forget that. I cannot forget that. I even like posted on my day over social media just to encourage um, others to do the same. I don't know. To do the same. I don't know. But I, that first experience um, was seconded when going on to my workplace, wherein my husband um, cannot bring me to work, and so I need to commute, and so I need to ride a tricycle transportation, and I shared the ride with a senior citizen again. And you know what? I asked her, "How old are you, Bae? How old are you, Lola?" And she said, "I'm already 75." I almost dropped down from my seat because she offered the best seat for me, and she's already 75 years old. How on earth does a 75-year-old, another senior citizen, giving away her privileged seat for me? And I thought maybe because I'm not, and not because I'm a woman, because she's also a woman, and maybe because I'm, because of my work, and she like respect the uniform I wear. Oh my God, the Lord has been teaching me something, It's not just like accepting this kind of kindness every time I was offered with it. It's because, like, oh my God, I need to think over this already. The second time around, the senior citizen has been offering me their privilege seat, like, and so on my way, on my way, on my way towards work, I was like contemplating, Lord, what do you want me to? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to think over? maybe, maybe I've been like so unkind with senior citizen at some point of my life. Maybe what you want me to share this thing now? And so I just said, wow, thank you, Lola, for offering me this best seat, even if you really need it. And why are you still working? We had this some sort of kwentuhan inside the tricycle, and I am just some sort of like napabilib. Why are you still working, Lola? You are already 75-year old, and it's like another thing that let me contemplate about life, especially about my work, because at some point of my life, especially when tons of work have been poured over onto us, and I was like complaining, another work, Lord, and we need to pass this today. My God, the deadline is like within 1 hour. Are you kidding me? Lord, is this really my niche here on earth? Is this really my calling? So those things like uh those things like I was shouting at the top of my lungs, even if just playing on inside my head. So maybe another lesson that the Lord wants me to like contemplate on. Like, does that happen to you? Can you comment down below? Does that happen to you? Like paulit-ulit na nangyayari sa buhay natin. And then, hey, wait, parang may gustong ituro sa akin ang Lord. And yeah, I had this a soft spot for senior citizen who had been like twice used by God to teach me a lesson about life. Yeah, an act of kindness cures our life, cures people, just like it, just like it cures me. You know, nakakalimutan nating maging tao sa buhay natin. Kapag masyado siguro tayong busy, kapag masyado siguro tayong nakatutok sa isang bagay. Like, I have so many complaints in my life. And the Lord used senior citizen to teach me. And how about you? How about you guys? Can you share um, a story about you were confronted by God and parang hindi mo napapansin pero paulit-ulit na tinuturo ng Lord sa'yo because God wants you to stop for a while and think of something and then lo and behold you were able to get that message from God and and yeah, natutunan mo eventually ang maging tao. Oh my God! Just like what I have learned. Natuto ako magpakatao sa mga senior citizens. And and from then on, natuto po ako magbigay ng what, best seat for someone who really deserve that part. And parang palawakin natin ang ating kwento na hindi lang on the area of giving that seat who belongs to, pero kundi sa maraming area ng ating buhay. How have you given up that um, that that thing that you really wanted to get or parang kinuha mo pero it's not really for you. Pero tinuruan ka ng Diyos na hindi pala para sa'yo yung upuan na yun. And then you acknowledge the fault, you acknowledge the mistake, and then ibibigay mo yung upuan na yun para po doon sa senior citizen na yun. Yeah, can you share those stories which you had experienced over your life? Okay. An act of kindness cures people. Indeed. Indeed. Mm. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing this afternoon with me. Um, I've been wanting to share this good book that I've been reading. What else? Next, maybe this one. Meron ho ba kayong librong ganito? So I'm keeping so many books here. My sisters kasi, they are really fan of reading books. Actually, siguro nakuha namin ito sa aming father. Napakahilig niya pong magbasa. Actually, meron po akong isang book dito na tinabi ko kasi nakita ko na binabasa ng father ko. Alam niyo ba, at the age of 75, nakita ko siya na binabasa niya pa rin tong libro na to. And he's like taking notes. My God! So, di ba parang, so natuto na rin po ako talagang magbasa. And you know what? Marami akong natututunan. Kasi ipakita ko sa inyo yung isang book na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na binabasa ng father ko. So this is the one. 'Di ba, about Einstein. Alam niyo ba nung binasa ko 'to naloka ako. Ang daming mga terminologies na ang hirap paintindihan. Pero my father enjoyed it reading. Parang pastime niya. Nakita ko siya one afternoon. So wala siyang ginagawa. So he's reading this book and he's even taking notes. You know? Grabe. So, those things, alam nyo, that is an act of kindness na parang my father is showing us to use our time on the thing that matters. 'Di ba, like pagbabasa. Minsan kasi talaga namang napapababad ako sa mga ibang bagay na wala namang kuwenta talaga lang. Para bang ba, parang ba mag-chill-chill lang sa buhay. Pero yung father ko, yung chill-chill niya sa buhay, yung pagbabasa ng libro. So, para bang nagchi-chill-chill lang pero natututo siya sa buhay. So, those things, marami pa guys. So, siyempre, sa umaga, so part of my devotion is reading this. This is actually a gift from our ninang. So, yun po. And of course, yun, the Holy Bible. So, parang, para ma-remind lang po ako about life, no? And trying to feed myself holistically. Parang, physically, I exercise. Mentally, I feed my mind with like positive things. And even those things na kapupulutan ko ng aral na, oh, talaga, and I could relate with those stories. Movies, watching movies, ganon. And then, what? Feeding my spiritual self and also feeding my psychological self. I talk to my friends. I do meditation. Naisip ko, I do reflections. Yeah. Na tinuruan ako ng aking professor, um, napakahalaga na mag-reflect. Like, at the end of the day, ano bang ginawa mo at the end of the day? You know what? We all do mistakes. We all do mistakes. Lahat tayo nagkakamali. But it's what you do with your mistakes that matters. Pag nagkamali ka, what do you do with it? Diba? So at the end of the day, it's important that you reflect. Kita mo ano ba yung ginawa ko? What should be done with this? What should be fixed with myself, yung mga gano'n. And minsan 'di ba parang ang hirap talaga mag-sorry. Minsan minsan the way I deliver my story is like yung kakausapin ko na yung tao o kaya ginagawan ko siya ng magagandang bagay. And then eventually, I would say sorry na rin dun sa tao. Para bang kumuha lang ako ng parang, ang tawag dun, ng 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 paraan para or way para makapag-sorry ako. Yeah, parang 'pag nag-start ka ng sasakyan, 'di ba? Bago mo siya paharurutin, parang painitan mo muna yung makina. Is it relevant? Example ba irrelevant? Okay, so thank you so much guys for joining me dito sa aking contemplation about life and an act of kindness really cures people. So let's just do that. 'Di ba? Para uh, parang 'di ba mapapakuwento na naman ako, meron naman akong, naalala. Dahil kasi, I'm really into this, online class, online course. So, kasi nga naman nawiwili ako talaga sa kakanood ng Netflix and then parang napaalalahanan ako na why not set aside a part of your time like doing personality development, uh, yeah, some sort of. So nag-enroll po ako sa isang online course and then nakailang online course na po ako. And so, inside that course, may natutunan ako na, yeah, about sharing yourself. It's really, uh, um, the act of kindness is indeed one way of curing yourself. Na matututunan mong ah, mag-heal sa iyong sarili kapag nagpakita ka ng kabutihang tao, di ba parang sa umpisa parang parang trying hard ka lang, pero at least ginawa mo, di ba? And then, sa susunod, parang maano mo na siya, mapa-perfect mo na siya, di ba? Mapapaganda mo na yung act of kindness na yan, na parang hindi na siya parang, ah, parang trying hard yung act of kindness mo. Pero kundi parang gustong-gusto na ng sarili mo o hinahanap or automatic na siya na ginagawa mo. So yun, so on next vlog na lang yun, on next LS na lang po natin, ikukwento yun. Okay? So once again, I'd like to tell you that you are loved. Indeed, you are loved. You are loved. You are loved. So you are loved. Tunay na ikaw ay mahal. Tunay may nagmamahal sa'yo, guys. Maniwala ka dyan. So, umpisahan mo lang ulit na ipakita ang iyong pagmamahal. Oh, you are loved. See you again on my next LS and on my next video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Pwede nyo na rin i-share. Spread love.